They see their friend who is putting up the green screen behind them, pretending like they are in the Thailand, or start comparing our 100% of life with the 1% of the things, what the things is visible on social media.
Yeah.
Turns into uglier forms, society.
Is this common in India as well?
Of course, that's why I'm talking. Hi, Miss Monica.
Hi, how are you?
Nothing bad, but it's going on actually. How about you?
Okay, yeah, I'm fine. Nothing special.
Sounds very enthusiastic, huh? What happened, Miss?
No, nothing's happened. Every day is the same.
The way you said actually, because somehow the people are, feeling low about the things that is happening all the time. So, listening to some people who are energetic and, who are exuberant, as you said right now, like, all fine. That sounds great actually.
Great.
I got the topic for the day. Would you like to discuss with the topic? Would you like to go
Sounds
with the
good.
topic at the moment?
Let's discuss.
All right, that sounds amazing. So the topic is a kind of question. All right, so I'm gonna be putting up this question, and you can express your views on that, and hence after that, I'm gonna be sharing my own views too, actually. All right.
Okay.
So the topic is yeah, what was that actually? How can we stop comparing ourselves with others on social media? There are a lot of pros and cons of social media, but I'm not gonna picking up all those things. But we are exactly particularly focusing on how can we stop comparing ourselves, because today I feel that there are a lot of people who are just comparing themselves, and they feel dejected and woeful about the things, and that's a kind of something that it is not meant to be done. Exactly.
Yeah, that's a really good question.
Exactly. So what do you want to say about that? I mean, is comparing is good or not? Or if yes, then how can we compare ourselves to grow ourselves actually, rather than feeling depressed and devastated about the things? So what's your
Interesting question actually. I do agree comparing is dangerous. I think when we compare ourselves with someone else, we are telling ourselves we're not good enough. And that's not true. I don't think that's true. I think that everybody is different, and people on social media are only showing the good parts. They are only showing the successful parts. It's very fake and made up. It's not real. So I think it's very dangerous to compare yourself to something that's not real. I agree that you can use like influencers and social media to grow and learn from people, but maybe you need to be careful which ones you use and what's the message that they're telling you. Yeah, so yeah, it's social media is good and bad. It can teach you a lot of things if you choose the right people, but I think it's really dangerous too, and it's not real sometimes. So it's perfect.
So what can be the solutions? Shall we stop comparing ourselves? It's like that you want to say, or it's something that we should be comparing, but we should be understanding the pros and cons about that. I mean, because life is not perfect, as we all know, and whatever the kind of things you are watching on the videos, that's not the reality, because it lacks the reality and the truth. Exactly.
Yeah.
Because even in that video, there are behind the skins, there are so many messy things, but that's not visible at all actually, because that is a cut part, that will be not included in the video. And once you just watch those videos, you just start comparing your happiness, your own life with the people who are making those videos, and even their life is not perfect. You can have the example of anyone, the person who is motivational speaker, who are influencers, who are the richest person, anyone, even all the people tend to feel gloomy sometime, even in the life. I mean, any time in the life. And what happened is that we start comparing our 100% of life with the 1% of the things what we are, what the things is visible on the platform like social media. Yeah. And and hence we are more likely to feel helpless, lonely, and kind of woeful all about our stuff, and hence we lose kind of self-esteem, self-worth. And what just we start is that we start pretending all the things, like the way. But there is a good thing actually we can learn from the social media. I mean, those influencers, after having all kind of problems in their life, still they are coming, and showing up themselves like a hero. I mean, hero is something like, you can just see them always having a smiley face, keeping the smile on a face, and you're talking always enthusiastic. Exactly.
Mm.
So we can learn. I mean, no matter how many problems, you are having in your life, still you can be happy. You can, I mean, you should be gratified about the things which you have. And that's what I believe actually. Social media is made for. And of course, there one more thing actually, with the social media, it's just all about advancing yourself. You can extract, about the learning
Yeah.
skills. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
You
can
can.
grow yourself.
Yeah, you can choose what you pay attention to. That's why it's good to be careful which people that you follow. Maybe if you want to be better at sport, for example, maybe it's better to follow real athletes than like a model who is pretending to be sporty or something. Like it's good to be careful. Who is
Exactly.
really going to teach you? Yeah.
Indeed, miss, I'm completely agree on this, Uh, but I don't know what happened is that I mean, especially the people who are in the young generation, even after having the understanding of these things,
Yeah.
they still feel dejected about the things. I don't know why. I mean, we tend to do like that. I mean, it's a human
Mhm.
behavior,
I
basically.
wonder if it's because they're younger and they haven't learnt enough about the world. So they think what they see is real. But we're a bit older. Maybe we've experienced more. We know more about the life. We know that social media is fake, and we know there is a life outside of social media.
Definitely,
Yeah, I
definitely.
wonder if that's the problem. Young people grew up with it, so they live for social media, maybe.
Oh, but I definitely understand because today people are very emotional full.
Yeah.
Kind of having all kind of they are very sensible. They are very prudent about everything, but still they are gonna be comparing themselves. Even we can see the parents.
Mm.
Exactly, they are comparing their child with the neighbor child with other ones, and hence what
Mm.
would make them to learn is something like they feel really. I mean, they are having the I mean, low self-esteem because of
Mhm.
just comparison. I mean, comparison is what, like, you are comparing the orange and the apple, which doesn't make any sense because you have your own beauty, you have your own talent, your own kind of situations, life, parents, different things. And
Mhm.
you should be the better person to shape your own life, with your own accordance rather than comparing yourself with someone.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, there is one. I mean, there is one Jeff Bezos. There is one Bill Gates. No, I mean, there won't be any other person who will be like the Jeff Bezos. Yes or no? So why to compare? I mean, you should be happy with your own things, what you have, and embrace it. That's called the life. Yes or no?
I know. I guess it's much harder for younger people who don't know that. They
Oh, well, no,
they
actually, as I said, it's about normal thing because in our education system, these things are not being taught. Okay, all right. So what
yeah.
happens when the people become? I mean, especially the children become uh, youth or adults, they are not being aware of these things, and hence what happened? They start making the mistakes. Uh, I mean, for them, pretending life becomes the reality.
Mhm.
Exactly. And how do they compare? They see their friend, like the friend who is putting up the green screen behind them, and just pretending like they are in the Thailand or something like them, and they start comparing, and they start demanding from the parent that I want to be here, like in this place, and nothing happens like that. Nothing goes like that, and hence they feel like they're not well enough. I mean, their parents cannot do the things, and hence they. I mean, it turns into sometime very uglier forms like suicides and all these things. Exactly.
Yeah. Is this common in India as well?
Of
Is
course, that's why I'm talking.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. I wondered how it was around the world. I think it's just worldwide. I don't think it matters what country you're in. I think
Oh
it's
well, as far as India is concerned, it's a very common. I mean, a lot of people are just comparing themselves, and they are unhappy with their life, whatever they have. Doesn't mean that they are having so much problem. Nothing like that. So many
yeah, I
problems,
know.
but nothing like that. It's just that the way they have created their mindset, and do not value themselves, and that's not the way actually.
No, it's really hard. Do you think that they will change education in schools about this?
Exactly, definitely. I mean, it become quite necessary, mandatory to change the education. First of all, every student should be taught, the way of communication, how they can come. I mean, comparison is not good until and
Yeah.
unless you're learning something. Start comparing on the niche sector, but only the particular activity which you are targeting.
Mm.
What you can learn from the comparison is all about, creating your own creativity into that stuff. That's what I believe. Otherwise, in the last time, if you start comparing, will be feeling dejected about the things. You won't have anything other than regret. You will say like that, I wish
Yeah.
I had not compared myself to someone. I must
Mm.
have, the true to myself.
Yeah, I
Exactly.
think it's okay. Oh, sorry, we have 30 seconds. I think it's okay to compare yourself with yourself, like if you're trying to improve, but to other people, no. It's dangerous. Yeah.
It's dangerous, definitely. It doesn't make any
Yeah.
sense. And
No.
and I believe every person is a beautiful, inside their own characteristic. I mean, everyone has the talent to do something gigantic. And rather than seeking someone, or stealing the talent from other one, you should be going with your own. Thank you
I'm
so much.
sorry, we're gonna finish. Nice to meet you.
Nice
Thank
to
you
meet
very
you too.
much.
Thank